So it's no secret that worship musicians make up a good portion of the guitar community. And over the last few years, they've become much more prevalent. And there are very few guitar companies, or pedal companies for that matter, that cater to that audience. A good friend of mine, Cody Fields, started Westminster Effects back in 2015 with the aim of focusing on those worship guitarists and providing them with high quality pedals for a reasonable price, while also celebrating the history of the Christian church and encouraging those Christian musicians to dive deeper into their faith. So as the demand for quality worship music increases, so does the need for gear that can do anything one would need as a worship player. And Cody's looking to meet that need, but also make his pedals accessible to the average player. So as you'll see later on in the video, Westminster Effects focuses on a theme of notable theologians as part of their attempt to celebrate the history of the Christian church. And while I'm not a worship player, or a Christian for that matter, I think what they're doing is pretty great. They've chosen to hone in on a very particular audience, and they're the first gear company that I know of that has chosen to focus on the worship community and incorporate religion into their business model. Having spoken with Cody, he explained to me that the aesthetic of every Westminster pedal is completely intentional, and every pedal is planned with a very specific aspect in mind. It's also worth noting that Cody hand wires every Westminster pedal out of his home in South Carolina. So in today's video, we're going to take a look at two Westminster Effect pedals and the stories behind them. So first up is the E89 Dual Overdrive. On the right side is the Edwards Overdrive, and on the left side is the 1689 Overdrive. The Edwards Overdrive is named after Jonathan Edwards, a pastor based in the Northeast in the 1700s. He was considered to be one of the best theologians in American history, so this is an homage to him. This pedal is based off of the great blues overdrives over the last 30 years and has a three-way toggle switch so you can adjust the voicing of the drive. The 1689 Overdrive is based off of the 1689 Second London Baptist Confession of Faith, which in itself is based off the 1646 Westminster Confession of Faith. And of course, every pedal builder builds their own version of a TubeScreamer or a Klon, so this is exactly that. It's a TubeScreamer and a Klon Centaur in one circuit. But it's got an internal voltage doubler for greater headroom, a clean blend knob, and a three-way toggle for different clipping options. This is the Chrysostom Chorus. It's named after John Chrysostom, who was known to be a great preacher in the late 300s. In Greek, Chrysostom means golden mouth, hence the color of the enclosure. It's actually a really simple chorus and vibrato pedal, and and it does feature a hybrid digital analog circuit. It has your standard speed and depth knob, a toggle between chorus and vibrato, and a two-way voicing switch. So there you have it. I'd like to know what you guys think in the comments. Also, if there's anyone out there that wants to have their pedal board professionally built, check out my website, VAGABOND Audio, where you can check out our latest builds and get a quote for your pedal board build. You can find the link in the description box below. Also, be sure to check out the Westminster Effects Doxology podcast, where they talk gear and everything surrounding local church life. Westminster is actually the only pedal brand in the world with a religious-based podcast series, so you worship guitarists out there might find it pretty useful. Make sure you like and subscribe and hit that bell icon so you can check out my upcoming videos.